All right, there we go. Sorry for that. Hello, everybody. Just my whatchamajig? My audio program froze up for a second. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna start out with Frontline today. Hopefully, everyone had a good one. You know, I had to work today, so it was a little bit different of a day than I thought, but all is good now. But I'm gonna be playing a little bit of Frontline, a little bit of random battles too, so feel free, request whatever you want, and I'll do my best to get to it. More or less, I'm hoping this stream's like last night to where I shouldn't encounter any issues with my internet that are massive. You know, every now and then a little lag spike's gonna hit, but it seems to be stable enough for now. I kind of noted in chat, you know, just briefly, that basically it looks like they're replacing stuff in the area. I saw they had a crew out, so hopefully they'll get it fixed here sooner rather than later. But anyway, Frontline. So I'm going to be trying to push here on the attacker side. I don't know where exactly I want to go. I think I'm actually going to head right a little bit. Or... yeah. But nice to see everybody. Yeah, I'm going to be going till at least 10 here. I might pop a little bit later. But I do stream again tomorrow morning, starting at 8. And then I stream tomorrow night as well. So busy. Yeah, busy a little bit for the stream here. But last night I just did all Frontline to where, you know, after I play this, I'm just gonna pop into say like 3-4 battles, standard battles, and then pop back into Frontline after that. Kind of just bounce back and forth. It's just guy has the right idea. You know, as the attackers, you really want to play it aggressively, more so than not. Where I'm hoping I can get in here enough. Nope, oh crap. I actually went wrong side as I am figuring out right now. Oh, yeah, I'm actually gonna die now. I made one big mistake there. I haven't played from this side, but just popped back into my head why you don't go on the right side there. Basically, you're gonna have a lot of enemies. I was watching a few other people play this, but basically you have a lot of enemies that will sit on this one little area and basically just tie up that entire cap spot. So with that in mind, let me go ruin their day, hopefully, with a defender. It depends on the heavy. I do have the engineering reserve on a couple of them, but you know, I still haven't played this enough to where I only have a couple. I don't even have all the reserves unlocked. What you saw, if you watched last night, they're all the battles I have in Frontline. So like 5 or 6. I haven't been able to play before then. Hello, CG. But at least we're contesting. That's good. We're capping C. Basically, you know, the attacking team, you just need to keep on moving forward the best you can. Where unfortunately they have a couple tanks on the cap. That's really not good for us. Usually, but you're gonna see a lot of people kind of catching on. Usually, basically, the enemies don't push onto the cap, and you have a pretty easy time just kind of capping it out, because if they're not on it, it's really hard for them to be able to reset you unless they can kill you. Hello, Leonard. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for tipping Levi too. Victor. Hello, Historian. I just want to pop back just a pinch here. Ah, crapola. I should have just kept using APCR, honestly. Yep, now he's going to... He missed me with the last shot, fortunately. Alright, let's just get him out. I've got a little bit of help here with Lorraine. That's awesome. We should be able to deal with this VK 168 fairly easily. But A, basically, we need to get this spot out, and then we'll be able to cap a little bit easier. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking in the beginning. I just kind of had a brain fart. It's just, it's so elevated that you're able to more or less just have clear shots on almost all the tanks over here. One nice thing about Frontline, so, you know, people have been digging into a little bit more about it now that it's been out for a little bit. While there is a slight modifier for winning and losing, it actually doesn't matter too much, like on the personal level. So that's one thing to where, you know, if you're on a team and you don't think that you're going to win, honestly, just try to focus on doing the ranks. So right now, whatever I'm at, Sergeant, that's what most of your experience is going to be tied and based off of. Reaching different ranks. Basically, it's mainly tied around damage and kills, but capping also matters to some extent. Alright, so unfortunately it looks like my team is... I'm actually going to pop over to B, and I'm going to try to... I don't know, what do I want to bring? I'm going to try to get in with something with a little bit of speed on it, but a little bit of armor. So the VK 4502A here, since they buffed it, it's got a pretty decent armor scheme. So I'm going to try to push up where this guy's going and then hook a left. But feel free, you know, requesting any tanks works. Even though I'm in Frontline right now, if you don't have a tier 8, you can request anything to where after each Frontline battle, I'm going to basically swap over to a random battle and play about, you know, 4 or so of them. Maybe get a grind match in and basically do other tiers for requests. Right, we need to get right there. Like, they do have a VK 101P on the cap, but the way basically every single cap point is designed, it allows the aggressors basically to get on it fairly easily with a decent amount of cover, and then the defenders typically don't have the easiest time of staying on it. But I don't know how this guy is able to stay here as much as he is with the amount of tanks around him with nobody shooting from this side at him. Kind of mind-boggling. Alright, so let's get on the cap here. It shouldn't be too hard to get this, as long as my team keeps contesting here. It's just this side, and yeah, I played a lot of this last night, Zone B here. More or less, you usually have a lot of people there and back there. But pushing up the way I did, you typically, I would say 9 times out of 10 can get on the cap. I guess bounced off his turret rear or something. Whether or not you're able to make it's another thing, but you can at least get on the cap really easily. It's a little bit lower than the rest of the ground that the enemy's going to be on, and you know, you typically don't have too hard of a route to get there. Alright, so we should get B here fairly easily, and then I'm going to try to push up with these guys and then hook a left to try to help with A a little bit. Alright, it's already there. Well, a few seconds, stay right there. Please and thank you. Yeah, I did a little bit of damage to him, but not much. I guess I was off a little bit. Alright, we got B now. Time to push up. But honestly, you don't see too many of the VK out, but it's got a really good armor scheme from the front, to where with this the added mobility compared to some other tier 8 heavies, it's actually a pretty good tank for this mode. Because you can still get around the map, almost like a medium. Your gun's pretty solid. Meanwhile, if you need to kind of tank a few shots and cap something, you can do that as well. Alright, so I'm gonna try to help A. They're just getting literally clobbered because, like, when I popped off of A, you could see that we started losing a couple people. They were trying to do C and try to do B, which isn't a bad tactic. So it's not even worth shooting that. But hopefully we can help out here. That Progetto, he's not going to last very long. Oh, Mr. Aw, come on. We're not. Like, keep moving. Which I was kind of interested and surprised that they... So, with ranking up and stuff, you can... Like, this reminds me of Call of Duty, that they called it Prestige. Where basically once you reach level 30, you can start back from the beginning. But if you do that a couple times, you get like a special medals and stuff and rewards. Where I was actually really shocked that they called it the same thing, because not that it's, you know, something that you can't like rip off from another game, but yeah, it's just a little interesting. Balloon Doomsday. One thing that you'll notice, so a lot of people have been testing it, the poor FPS has been mainly coming from it's the HUD for some reason. I haven't encountered the issue to where I wonder if there's some like little setting. I knew he was still here, but if there's a little setting that is causing that, because it seems like some people get it. I can't believe the Scorpion G snapshot at me. I thought I was gonna hit him before he could even fire, but he got a hit off. But I'm a little bit screwed here now. 5 minutes left. We need to get A. You know, they're still pushing up, which is fine, but typically once you make it up to E and F here, or, you know, other sides, you tend to get stuck to where you kind of need A to push up and start helping again. But something you can test that to see if it's your HUD. Maybe, you know, again, maybe there's something that you can do in the settings. Like, what pops into my head when I saw people talking about it is you can actually, in the settings, make your mini-map a little bit transparent. Maybe it's that. But you can hit V, which... I just died from a Progetto. I would have died anyway. But you can hit V and see if that helps with your FPS drops. Alright, it's time. They're pushing, which hopefully they can get E to push them even further back. But we need something to going on here. I'm going to pop into the AT-15. Well, that's where a couple people were kind of looking at like testing different things like that. And that's kind of what they figured out. Which I'm going to hop into a defender after the AT-15 here. But I wouldn't be too surprised if that was the thing. Like, my FPS gets dropped here. Because you have this up here. This is different. The top's different. You have the mini-map here basically rendering the entire battlefield at the same time. Because it, you know, it loads in as you move. Where even with these, whatever they are, consumables more or less, in play, you have a lot of different stuff in this mode to where when I was testing on the sandbox server, they ran into the same issue, and it seems like they did a bit of a rework of the user interface, you know, the minimap, so on and so forth, to where they probably still have something that's causing, you know, a few hiccups. Alright, I'm hoping this is not going to be like last time. I'm going to take it a little bit more cautiously, but I chose this tank because it's, you know, it's fairly mobile for the armor and the gun it has. To where as long as I don't get blanked, I'll be fine. Yeah, that's where, you know, I was mainly looking at a few people were trying to like work and figure it out on Reddit. And that's what a lot of people said, dropping your settings literally down to minimum didn't do anything. To where when they hit V to basically take the user interface and whatnot off, that's when they saw an improvement. Luckily, I don't know if it's like a GPU or a CPU like a resource issue, because like I have, I don't know, like 60% of 60 to 80% of my GPU isn't used. It's just my CPU while streaming. That's about 80 to 90%. So where that's where I don't think I run into too many issues on my end. But who knows? He's gonna end up shooting somebody, so I figure I might as well pop out here. As long as they can keep these guys off of me on the side, I'll be okay. Because it looks like we're going to be able to cap with the people that we have on here. We're only down to a minute, which, you know, is not that much, even considering we're going to get extra time. It's just, you really need, as the attackers, to get these first 3 objectives fast. Which, you know, obviously didn't happen for our team. We got one really quick, but then the center one was a little bit behind, and the third one here is really, really far behind. Now I actually wish I was in something a little bit faster. We have a lot of ground to cover. I'm gonna see, I have both an artillery strike and an airstrike available. I can find... He looks like he's gonna stay in place. Alright, I got him a couple times, mainly looking to see... I didn't, okay, 4 crits, that's what I was hoping to see there. Getting hit by the Pantera now. I would assume he's by these rocks. Hello, Bran. Nice to see you. Well, that's the same card I have. I use a single PC setup. I'm sure people that do dual PCs might not feel the problem a little bit as much. Unfortunately, I've got to pick between getting shot by a 252U or these mediums over here. I don't know where exactly these guys are, but yeah, that's my problem. Unfortunately, we're down to a minute now. That's not that much at all. I have no idea where... There they are. Or at least somebody. I don't know how well I placed that. I don't think I placed it well at all. He's going to be able to get out of there. Oh, I'm going to keep pushing up. The only way I have a chance, which I don't think I'm going to be able to make it through the center, but we need to contest the spot to be able to force overtime, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get there in 20 seconds. And of course people are like cursing at each other, like, you know, you should have been a little bit more vocal in chat to try to help out a little earlier by pinging stuff and getting people to move, but yeah, I didn't exactly pick the best tank. I thought I was gonna have more trouble with A, to kind of push there. All right, so let's pop into a couple standard battles here. When I hop back into frontline, I'll do 252U. That's all right with you, CG. Hey, let's get this little dog a biscuit behind me here. But as far as the fight goes, top 2 experience. Can't complain too much there. Damage, decent as well. But, yeah, unfortunately, a loss. But yeah, I'm just gonna solo tonight because I'm gonna be popping over to a bunch of different, you know, random battles, frontline, back and forth here. Yeah, which I wanted to, you know, just explaining what I was trying to explain. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Earlier. So if you're on a team like mine, to where we started, you know, kind of, it was out of reach. We didn't have enough time to win. One thing you should look at is this. So you can start focusing a little bit more on yourself if literally it's out of reach as an attacker, to where once you start getting into the major and the general, that's where you get a lot of experience bonuses, and also credits start ramping up a little bit too. So that's something to keep in mind. It's like, especially don't not play to win, like who does that? But more or less, you know, sometimes win or lose, you gotta think a little bit more about yourself in that mode. Alright, so I'm gonna pop into a grind here. See you, Leonard. Have a nice flight. But yeah, when I pop back in, if I have any tier 8 requests, I'm probably gonna do most of them in frontline. But feel free to pop any other, you know, requests in like usual, because I'm just gonna be, you know, popping into, you know, standard battles, frontline, back and forth, more or less. Kind of excited. Granted, I only had like 15 minutes to set this up, but I did set up a little bit of the stream deck that I got. Nothing fancy, but I just have a few commands and stuff that, and like bringing up the wheel for Streamlabs and stuff like that. I have it all set up on there, so it'll be a little bit easier on my end. Yeah, today was technically my day off, but I had to go in for about like 2 hours as far as like a party goes. We had like a 40 top for a lunch party, so I just popped in to help with that. But the guy I was working with wasn't feeling too hot, to where I kind of finished the shift. It wasn't too bad though, but I only got about half my grass cut, which is kind of good, because I'm sure some people might have seen, like there's a GIF flying around the internet, someone tapping like a tree in New Jersey and all the pollen coming off. This is literally like the worst year I can remember in a long time for allergies, where usually mine aren't too bad. Like occasionally I get them, but which, yeah, the stream dropped there for a second, but yeah, hopefully it's back and good. I'm getting like occasional, like once every couple minutes it seems to be having issues, but you know, my allergies aren't too bad. Occasionally I get it, like especially if I'm like out doing yard work, but I barely even can go outside now. Like, I just instantly feel like crap. Alright, so I haven't played a standard battle in a while. At least my team, we have a good spread. Not too many people on the beach. Got some heavies in the 4 line with a TD behind them. Just what will I run into over here? Nobody knows. IS-7. Awesome. He doesn't know I'm here, though. Hopefully. Alright, so even more. I am gonna run into everything, it seems like. Whew. Goodbye, T69. That guy, had a rude awakening. I don't know why he took that route, so you can only blame yourself if you drive like that in a T-69 in a tier 10 battle. Like, that was all on him. Definitely playing with... yeah, I'm gonna take the second shot. I knew I was gonna take it once I saw the IS-7 moving up. Problem I have here, honestly, the WZ is like the only one that can like initiate something here. Kind of wish he wasn't here, just because I don't think we're gonna be able to. We're not gonna be able to push. If they make the push, which this IS-7 looks like it might try, we'll be in a good position. Yep, that's exactly what he's gonna do. They pull back. Come on. I don't think they're going to make the full push. We got TDs back there. The WZ. Yeah. I saw this side was starting to basically fail, to where I thought I'll try to help them, but it might be a little bit too late here. Especially given that I only got 3 shells out of 4. Oops. There's a Centurion. Oh lord, there's an object 257. Yeah, I can't pin him. At least where he's at now. Moving up a little bit further I can. Really wish I had all 4 shots though, that would be awesome. Yep. Centurion 7's coming up, but we just, yeah, we lost most of our tanks here. Yeah, it's not looking good though. We lost the other side too. It looks like they tried to push into him, which I don't know. Ooh, Lord, I'm dead either way here. He just missed, but yeah. But I don't know why they tried to push over there. They got the M48 in standard, but you know, there's still the IS-7 and a couple tanks back there, but oh well. Can't win them all. Hello, Maynard. Nice to see you. And Mustard. Repair or respawn, what's better for frontline? I would say it all depends on how close. It depends on how close you are. Like, honestly, repairing is better. Like, you're not out of the fight as long. Unless, like, you need to switch your tank, in which case, you know, it's basically a judgment issue. It all depends on, you know, the specific situation. So let me hop into another grind here. Got the Luva. But if you want to request a tank, just do !point request, press space, and then type a tank after it. I'm going to do a couple more random battles here, then I'm going to pop back into frontline. Where any tier 8s I do, I'm going to just save them kind of for frontline. Alright. My eyes are so itchy. I powered through my backyard cutting grass, and Levi's his feet are like dyed green because he like follows me like the lawnmower and just like kind of sniffs the grass behind me. He's like in love with grass for some reason. I don't really get it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm gonna head this way, but you know, this tank just being kind of like bleh. Like, not good at really anything, not super terrible at anything, aside from being, like, just middle of the pack in basically most stats. Don't really know where I want to go with this tank a lot of times. Where I didn't go over here because I knew I wasn't going to get there fast, so I wasn't going to be able to push like the 1390 around there quickly. And, you know, I don't have a ton of armor like the Type 4, so I'm not going to want to, you know, make that push, which that's awesome that they got him. So instead I'm just going to try to take the safe route here and hope we're the best. This thing's really slow going up hills, so you always have to take that into a, you know, factor in with your path. If there's any like uphill areas, you basically slow down to a crawl. That's even with the stock turret, which is a little bit lighter, I believe, than the upgraded turret that I use. Alright, so there's a Progetto over here. If he doesn't see anything, I might head over there just to make the push. Hello, Cut. Nice to see you. But, yeah. Oh, Lord. There's an ST. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? Me and a Progetto against a really good tier 9 heavy tank. I don't know why the Progetto... Dude, why aren't you running away? Like... I literally... No, I can't push out here because I'm just going to be the one left. And this thing is not very fast, obviously, at turning around. So, better off if I pull back here. Let this guy come across, and I'm just going to set up and hope that Artie can help me. Set up here. Our team's not doing bad. I don't know why the Artie's yelling at people for camping. Good, good. 7 seconds till I get a little bit of assistance here. I try to focus on him. I should be getting a little bit more help from the people behind me, but I don't feel bad, honestly, using APCR here, just with the tank I'm in. Hey, little dog. But if I can get him out, which I have no clue how he's bouncing off of me this many times, but hey, I'll take what I can get here. And of course, I missed that last shot. Shot the dirt. Alright, so I have one more APCR loaded. Are you kidding me? Now I'm gonna stop penning him? Like, I'm gonna try to HE him now. That was my kind of backup plan. I don't want to go with HE because he's got some pretty thick armor. But, hey, down to 7 now, so I definitely can get the next shot in. But I was surprised I was able to pen him as much as I could, even with APCR, because he was angling. There we go. Got him, sent 7. They should be fine. I'm not going to be able to catch up. I'm going to head into the center. I can't point my gun up that high. I'm in a French tank. Hello, Carl. Nice to see you. French tanks typically don't have the best gun elevation. Just a little rule of thumb I typically try to remind myself. But their push should be fine to get the Centurion. I'm just mainly doubling back here because I see there's the Samoa SM in the center. And they have a couple tanks, you know, in E3, E4. That maybe if they get pushed back, I'll start getting shots on them. But just to be safe, you know, not to put all of our eggs into one flank here. Let's see. Okay, he pulled back. Awesome. So I should be able to start hitting up this guy first. But I'm just going to keep inching up. While I do that, I just need to get around this one last rock here. And of course I ricocheted and hit his turret. Good, good. Easy 4 there, but whatever. I'm gonna hope he doesn't have the 750 damage gun. Go with that. Super Pershing, but can't hit him yet. There's a little cutout there. But I should be able to hit him. Trying not to get shot by these TDs if I can help it. But even though this tank isn't great at everything, like, it's just, you know, I pulled back there because I knew I couldn't win a 1v1 fight. You know, I had a tank a tier higher than me, but I still knew that I had a pretty hard-hitting gun because I used the top gun on this and the top turret, so my HP isn't terrible. My gun hits pretty hard. So as long as I kind of just keep myself in a defensive position and make them be the aggressors, you know, I knew I was going to be fairly well off there. So luckily I got a little bit of help from Artie and also my teammates to where it worked out just as it just as I planned it in my head. Levi's already passed out again. I was kind of worried he was going to keep begging, but yeah. Okie dokie. So all in all, pretty decent match there. Actually got my first Ace Tanker award. Awesome. Which I get to test this out. So much easier having to hit a button like that. So I finally aced the AMX65T. Got the most amount of experience, a little over 1200. Not the most amount of damage, but mainly I would say I got that because a lot of my damage came on that tier 9. So yeah, almost 3k damage. Pretty good fight there. 1500 assist. Really, had I tried to hold my ground and didn't run back there to get those two guys overextended, I probably would have lost that flank, and who knows what would have happened at that point. So, oh no, let's save this little battle here. All right, so I'm gonna do one last fight before let me hop into another one of my grinds. Then I'm gonna hop back into frontline here. I'll start with the defender and then the Luva there. Hey Joe, nice to see you. Yes, it does. Which, hello, Dean. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit behind on my yard work, but I'll get it all done one of these days. I have like 24 plants I still need to plant that I started from seed, but yeah, and a bunch of edging I need to install. Alright, so bottom tier, SU 100. I don't know where I want to go, to be honest. Like, I could camp. I could push into the center and roll the dice. I think I'm going to go with that. It's probably going to be terrible, but I'm going to try it. I see the 112's doing it. Thank you very much, Royal Spartan, for the follow. Which we have an SPG doing it. Don't know how well that's gonna work, but I wish us luck. May you block a shot for me. Enemy team try like, what's going on? Oh, a little bit of a traffic jam now. Which after this, before I hop into frontline, I'll run a raffle off here. Very strong feeling this KV-85 is going to pop back out. We don't have anybody in that E2 road though, so I don't know what my team's doing here. We've got like a lot of people in the field. We have an Artie in the center. We have nobody in the 1-2 lines except for one SPG. And I guess, which that's a 3 marked arty. I am really confused. But yeah, I don't know how my team can screw up setting up on Ruinberg here, but we've seemed to have done it. Of course this IS-3 popped out, so he definitely saw me. I'm gonna roll the dice and die. I'm like, okay, the IS-7's gonna, or IS-3 is gonna shoot me from behind, and there goes about 75% of my HP. So I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? And yeah, I had a arty direct hit me, an IKV popped me from one of these spots, and the T-37s finished me off there. Alright, that's just peachy. Anyway, let's start the raffle here, and let's pop back into a frontline match. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the 252U, and then hop into Luva then. Alright, so I have a Object 705A request. Sure thing, Tally. Which one's that, Dean? The Udes? Okay, there we go. Which any tier 8 request, you know, I'll do in frontline. The other ones, basically after each frontline battle, I'm gonna just, you know, pop out, do a handful of random battles, and then pop back to a frontline one. Thank you very much for the deluxe challenge, Marlo. Panther M10, okay. Thank you very much for the follow and also the subscription. Rosini Tally. Thanks a lot there. Okie dokie. Alright, so defending, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna go on this side, on the left side of B here, see how that works, but, because usually your team puts a lot of people right up here, which they ended up changing this since they tested it to nerf it a little bit. That ridge used to be better. But your team usually has a lot of people there and in this area. So I'm going to try out on this side. You can enter a raffle. I do hourly raffles to win stream currency. Where you just type !point raffle, press space. The one's just basically you buying one ticket to enter. I'd say these specifically want the T-44 FL. I don't think I have a crew in it. But you know, it's the same as the regular T-44 or the T-44 100s, comparable to them. The Lorraine 40T, of course, is using premium. I'm gonna try to get out here. I need to get to this rock to be able to help with dealing with the base and stuffs. But this is where, you know, if your team piles everyone in the right or on the right there, they're gonna be able to easily push the base here. Fortunately, you know, we're down by a bit here, and I don't think we're going to get tanks back to be able to stop them. I'm going to try my best to at least slow it down, but I'm not going to, yeah, I'm not going to be able to slow it down enough because nobody contested it. But basically, shooting tanks, it only stops them temporarily from capping. The only way you can reset it is actually killing them. So I'm just gonna keep trying here. Might be able to get this VK out if I get lucky. Awesome. Got him a little bit further down. It's just this IS-3 now has, or IS-3A actually, has all the cap points. But nah, we're not going to be able to hold this to where I can't run away. I'm not going to have enough time to actually make it out of the zone here. It's just frustrating though when defending, it's not that difficult. Like, basically it's get yourself near the cap to where you actually could shoot people. But the attackers, you know, at the very least, they were smart. Now they're gonna swarm me, which, you know, there's not too much I can do about this. But you know, attackers, usually it's harder for them to get people motivated at the cap, which they had a pretty coordinated push there. I'm just gonna try to move a little bit, but it felt like I was the only one trying to even play the cap there. Okay, I don't think I actually have. I'm gonna pop into when I get to that. I'm still just, if I get to it this match in frontline here, I'm just gonna hop into whatchamajig, the standard T44, because I don't have equipment or anything on the T44 FL, but it's literally the same as the standard T44. So just a little bit of a name difference. Okay, I'm spotted already. That is strange. Oh, it's probably a recon. Well, I'll try to remember if I died next. I will dole out the raffle winner. Thought I had a shot on him, but he's behind that building.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Fortunately, you know, the attackers won all of the zones initially in the first like 2.5 minutes. That does not bode well for our team. Because I find usually that's where you need to make a stand to begin with, because it gets progressively harder as you get further back to be able to hold your zones, and especially once you get back to the bunkers, the pillboxes, more or less. The enemy, you know, they can HE them down from the front pretty effectively. I really wanted to help the Ag Tiger, but he's just out of where I can shoot. Yeah, this is the Christmas camo here. But yeah, unfortunately, if you get pushed back too early, you don't have too much of a chance, because there's only so much damage that they can soak up, unless your team is able to, you know, basically pin the enemy back really far. Fortunately here, like, I'm trying to stay somewhat over this side because we don't have that many people at all over here. It's just remaining a little difficult because E's pretty open, and I find usually when the enemies make it to E, they come from the side that, you know, we're weakest at right now. Everyone tends to like pile right in on one flank all the time. So I'll go for the CDC and hope he stays there. He's probably gonna end up moving though, knowing my luck. But the T44 in frontline, it's definitely worth it, to where, you know, it's mobile, it's got a pretty decent gun on it. Armor, you know, isn't the best, you know, it's a medium, but it's still solid enough that you can occasionally get a bounce or two. Alright, I need to start falling back. Because we are really lacking numbers now. We lost a bunch of people, and sometimes when you lose a bunch of people, even though we have all 3 spots still, someone might move to a different flank, so on and so forth, and then it kind of screws your whole zone up. Yeah, I might as well push up a little bit. I thought the enemy was going to push a lot harder. I still think they are, but they're definitely taking it a little bit slower than I thought. Oh crap. Another, that Lorraine. He's using all APCR. So, hello Steinhelm. Nice to see you. If you want to use premium in this mode, you have to basically bring it into your depot. As far as I'm concerned, it won't auto resupply. I don't think they fixed that, but they might have. I don't know, since they removed the gold credit or the gold option for premium rounds. You might be able to do that now. Alright, so I need to get myself to be able to help E here. So into the Udez, not really able to tank shots, but you know, immediately between me dying there and spawning, they're already on E. Where I think my best bet's going to be setting up over on this little elevated ridgeline. He's pushing really hard past the E zone, but I still can't get sucked in here. So just gonna hope I hit that, but I missed. Just this is not looking good for E here. My plan is to try to stay unspotted, but it's going to be a little hard because we're not going to have this Patriot for too long, it seems like. No shots. Close to where I can get shots, but crap, there's a Pershing coming up to where I'm at now. Fortunately, I thought I'd have better shots over here, but it's not looking promising. All right, I need to reassess a little bit here. Just keep these guys spotted. Nope, no shot still. This is only like my third, I think, defense match to where I'm still trying to figure out where all the shots are, but obviously not that far back, but it looks like up here I can get shots, but I gotta worry about this Pershing now. Nope, no shots there, but at least I can hit the T-32. And nice, you got the Super Pershing. That's a nice tank. A lot of people overlook it because it's not like a new premium and it has preferential matchmaking, but it's a solid tank there. Got a little bit of everything. Just, you know, keep in mind that a lot of your weak spots are on the top of your turret. All right, what are you doing now, dude? Like, I'm trying to. I guess I'm just gonna RD him because this M41, like, what? You were fighting the Pershing and all of a sudden you stopped. Like, there we go. Killed him with RD. Take that. But like, come on, M41. I know there's a cap, but like, just freaking finish finish that guy off, like, you know? Alright, so I have shots from there. I'm honestly, since it's not too far away, I'm gonna try to run back, repair, and come back to the fight. But yeah, that's the main thing you'll find in the Super Pershing. I might actually die here. I didn't think I'd get spotted. is basically everyone knows your turret has a lot of different weak spots and holes. To where it's just something to keep in mind. Which, sorry, it looks like there's a little bit of a lag spike. My connection still isn't 100%, but I'm working with it. Alright, so I'm just going to run back to where I was before, and hopefully the Pershing doesn't make it back to me. Even though, whew, never mind. They are pushing pretty hard there. So I'm going to run up on this ridge. Hopefully no one's up here, and I'm going to take shots into their rear. My team's doing, it looks like they're doing a really good job at holding. I just want to make sure they don't get one of these pillboxes down. Because, you know, they still have plenty of time left, and they have an extra 4 minutes if they get, oh crap, the other two areas. A little bit screwed here. Didn't track him. Alright, I got myself in a little bit of a pickle. Push me, please. See if you follow me. Nope. I went a little bit too fast down there. But that guy's smart for kind of going off on his own here, because now he's going to start hitting up them from the side. Alright, so let me hop into a T-44. That's my next request. But literally, the T-44 is the same as the T-44 FL. But I'm going to pop over to this flank here. No, I'm going to go this flank, but I'm going to go back. Funny thing is, which thank you very much, Taco, for the bits. The T-44 100 is actually better than the T-44. They buffed it, and yeah, it's actually a better tank now than the tech tree version. But right now, the standard T-44 here and the FL, I think I might have said that wrong. So T-44 and T-44 FL are the same, but T-44 100 is better than the standard T-44. And we're not going to get Eve reset. We lost tanks and they pushed in with a mass of tanks, so I'm just hoping I can help spot a little bit for these guys potentially.
We have lost Zone E. Leave this sector as soon as possible.
Okay, there we go. I knew that they'd have some people sitting further back. It looks like they're just going with the HE approach potentially for one. You can see it's damaged. Basically hitting the pillboxes with HE from the front does, I think it's half of what your HP otherwise, or not HP, HE would otherwise cause. But the T-44 is a really well-rounded tank. Like the armor's not great, to where basically in front line you're not gonna expect to bounce a lot of stuff, which I need to run away here. But you can get the occasional bounce, but it's really fast and the gun's really solid on it, to where, you know, it's not really weak in any one area. Unfortunately here though, I'm running into a problem of getting myself alone. Slow him down a little bit, and hopefully I get a little bit of help here. I got a T-32 off to my left. But you don't want to overextend in this mode, and that's exactly what this guy is doing.
Objective 1 under attack.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit him with Arty. I should have enough HP to deal with this guy.
You have been promoted.
Okay, there's that T-44 100 again. trying to track him, but hello Graham, nice to see you. Hope you had a nice day. Oh lord, lots of more other tanks here. Oh lord, yeah, this is not good for us. We got 8 minutes left, which it's a lot of time to defend these last zones. Yeah, we're pushed back on all of them too. So this is gonna be a really, oh god, I keep running into stuff. It's just nobody's on 2. They're all piled into 1 because that's where the enemies were first. But you know, you gotta defend all the zones, guys. Yeah, I've got no HP now. It's just a little frustrating, because you have, he's gonna kill me. You have all these people huddled around 1, and nobody's on 2 at all. All right, so I'm gonna AT-15A maybe. It's just, I don't even know what to pick here. I think that's gonna be my best bet, to try to just get to start shooting people, but it's not looking good. Nope, I spawned really far away. Gotta love it. You know, I tried to spawn in the center, like here, and it spawned me all the way on the opposite side, and it spawned me near a progetto. And this is what I was afraid of, but luckily he spared me, because he could very easily kill me. I guess I'm gonna go help these guys. See, I don't get frustrated too much. I talked about it a little bit earlier, to where winning and losing doesn't influence too much like your own personal like experience and credits and stuff. To where it's mainly they're basing it off of your personal achievements. But I'm trying here, to where our team is just not playing the objectives, which is our problem here. I'm probably gonna get, unfortunately, until his husk is out of the way, that's like a perfect hold down spot for him, but I'm getting flanked by a T-28 Proto. It's like, you know, I can't lock down everything, but we're definitely gonna lose this. No doubt about that. It's just 4 is gonna get lost, and there's like two other objectives that are almost out. But the best that I can do is try to contest here. But you know, this Proto is gonna have a really nice shot on my side. He was smart and he winged it. Luckily he didn't cause any HP damage, but trying to prevent this guy from shooting. Don't know how well it's gonna work though. Oh well. Slowed him down a little bit, but what can you do? Usually defending, you have a really good shot at winning, but alright, so objective 4 is the last remaining. I'm gonna try to get in. Let me just go to the progetto here. It's fast and I can dump some damage. I'm gonna try to get in here, but nah, we just lost. Once you lose 3, basically you're done for. But you know, I tried my best. I almost made it the major, but that's really what you want to hit, because you get a 200% bonus to experience, and I don't know about credits. Hey, buddy. No, I did get major. I thought I was just beneath it, but so yeah, pretty decent battle there. Got a little bit of stuff there, so pretty good amount of credits. all things considered. Unfortunately, we lost. Did the most amount of damage, have the most amount of experience. Yeah, it's a pretty good fight, but unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't really account for much because we still lost. But I was trying my best there to kind of eke one out. I think that's so far my best battle there in front line. But anyway, I had a giveaway going. Congratulations, Victor, for winning the giveaway. Right, so we got that, which I would consider that for frontline technically equivalent of an ace there. Hello, Rage Quit. Nice to see you. All right, so let me hop into. So I got those requests done. I'll get into the challenge after I do the 705A here. So I'll open up a bet here for anyone that's new. Basically, you can type !bet, press space here. Press space. You choose option 0 if you think I'm going to win the challenge. Option 1 if you think I'm going to lose it. And then anywhere you press space again, anywhere from 1 to 2,000 Levi biscuits you can bet. So with the challenge, it's coming up after this battle here. I'm going to have to play the Panther M10. So let's get the betting going here. And I'm going to have to do 2 times its HP total and damage, assist, and block all combined together. I really wish, I'm still dropping quite a bit of frames, so I apologize if it's a little bit jittery sometimes, where it seems like my upload speed, like last night it was a solid 8 to 10, where it should be around 10 for what I pay for. Tonight though, it seems to be anywhere from 5 to 6.5 to 7. So that's where occasionally I'm getting a couple issues. But good news is I did see Comcast, they had a actual crew out replacing like lines and stuff under the ground. Not in my neighborhood, unfortunately, but pretty close to my area, so hopefully they're getting here sooner than later. But it's actually pretty interesting. So they're doing like so much construction here, probably the most that I can remember, like say within like 15 minutes of my house in any direction. The county is doing like a lot of basically infrastructure upgrades. Thank you very much, IP, for the follow. I'm gonna head up here and push up into the town. Ooh, this is not good for me. I could cross the river, but yeah, not a large enough bridge for both of us here. Hello, Rick. Nice to see you. I just saw that we didn't really have anybody pushing here, and compared to the other side, like I could have pushed up the right side. With the amount of people we have on the left, I figured this would be slightly higher upside. Alright, you're doing well, are you? Are you gonna finish him? Good. Keep in mind there's a Tiger 2 here. I should have taken that shot, because it probably would have hit. This guy is the right idea, but unfortunately, when you're bottom tier, you can't push out as far as he did by yourself. Sorry, are you? I'm coming. Here we go. Same X50B's out on his own, it looks like. I'd very much like to help here, but it's all gonna depend on this. The object's going to the center. So that's gonna be a little dicey. Alright, 50B, are you gonna pop back? Bat chat is though. And nice. You know, pushing up the, 705A line, it's not bad. I would say the tier 9 705. I liked the smaller gun on it. It's a little bit more well-rounded. And its armor, it is a little bit of a letdown, especially if you're in a tier 10 battle. But the tier 10 is, it's kind of worth it. A lot of people don't think the 705A is that good. I think it's a pretty decent tank, but it's just, it's not really good on open ground. Its DPM's a little low, and, it can be a little bit difficult to get the damage off that you need to get. But luckily, since you push down that line, I would recommend also going up the IS-7 line as well, if you can. I don't want to push too far here. I'm just seeing what's around this corner. But the 705A, you can bounce stuff like that. The 705, that would have pinned me. It's just, although the armor is similar, it's noticeably better on the 705A. Your armor's not that strong, dude. Made a Progetto, made a little bit of a mistake getting into the center, but he does have a little escape route there. T30, I can pop him. Steinhelm, it should. So basically just send your T22 or T20 crew, excuse me, back into the garage, and then hop on your super Pershing. Hit, basically the crew icon there to select one of them. Or not select one of them, but just hit where the empty commander slot is, and it should pop up. Until you actually get them in there, it won't, give you the return crew or pop crew into there. Yeah, just send them to the barracks. It won't dismiss them. Fortunately, they've got a T30 here. Just if we try to push on the Progetto, we're going to take a lot of damage. Whew! Damn! He has ammo racked me. I didn't even have my turret that far, but yep. I didn't think I was angled that much, but he penned me. He penned me right there. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that happened, and yeah, you can't do what I did. I just over angled a little bit, and that T30, he didn't pen me through the corner. He somehow penned me through the side, but that's just my fault. I thought I was angled right. So, but at least my team, we're gonna win. We're up by 5. To where I got 3,400 damage pretty easily, but it's just the enemy didn't put enough in the center, and I'd say like 75% of the time, if your team doesn't do that, you're gonna lose. So, all right, stream, stop dropping frames. All right, so I'm gonna close the bet here, pop into the Panther M10. And let's get things rolling here. Hello, Jackie. Nice to see you. So I'm going to have to do 2,600 damage the system block here. Oh, I know, it's standard round. It just means, honestly, I was angled wrong there. Probably just by a couple degrees, too. Alright, so this is actually going to be a toughie for me. I'm not inclined to go to Peninsula because, this thing is not like a brawler type. But they have, we have a KV5 and a Super Pershing. I have a very strong feeling that they might not go out in this area, which is where I'm inclined to go. And they're Carnivore and Centurion here are most likely going to head there. That's not good for me, so I'm going to try. I always say this, whether or not I actually do it remains to be seen, but I'm going to try not to push too hard because I can die really early if that's the case. Yeah, like I thought, KV5's heading that way, but at least the Super Pershing is heading out on this side. But we're going to have a lot of people, honestly too many people, out over here. Hello Nova Tankers, nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Alright, so we got a couple more people heading out here, which could be a bad thing, you know, if they basically just feed into what I think is going to pop out here. Okay, the sent one's further back. So I'm going to do exactly what I said I shouldn't do, but I'm hoping with enough people behind me we can make this work. Okay. I don't think they sent anybody here. Famous last words. I did just get, of course they sent that guy. I did just get ammo racks, so couldn't be counting my blessings. It doesn't look like our arty's aiming out here, so I got to keep that in mind. But I should be able to spot through these bushes. Without too much issues. Yeah, as far as penning this guy, I've got some APCR, but still not a easy task. Yeah, it's not a, this is not a good matchup for me. Oh, why did I just do that? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pen him. At least with, I could aim in, try to hit his lower plate, so on and so forth, but this is what I was afraid of. You know, getting out here, running into both of these tier 8s and hitting a roadblock. And he's now going to be able to hold down. So I'm hoping I can deal with this sent one here before he starts getting a little bit of assistance from this Carnivarn here. Luckily the sent one has the stock gun. Very nice though if our arty would help. It's like they kind of cleared the peninsula. This M6 is gonna, he's gonna die. Gotta hold out hope that they can hold him back enough. He has been playing it a little bit safe. Nope, here he comes. So you keep him a little bit still. Great, doing my best to keep him where I want him to be. Ah, great, I just got already twice, or not twice, just once, but the carnivore, he caught me. Oh well. Hello, Danish. Honestly, yeah. I could have played that a little bit different, but that one already hit screwed me over, to be honest. But, you know, I did end up getting the challenge some way, somehow. I had to reach 2,600 damage the system block here, and I got over that by like 400 it looks like. But it's just frustrating, like, you know, our peninsula hit a snag, and then this guy, it didn't seem like he was helping us as far as hitting this guy, which is what I needed. I might have missed a shot or two he did, but it seemed like we weren't getting that much help. But oh well. Had that already not hit me, I would have been able to kill that tier 8 heavy. So he's lucky his already kind of weighed in there. But anyway, let's get the bet done. Congratulations, guys who bet for me here. But yeah, like, I didn't want to fight him, honestly. It's just, that's really the only thing I saw I could do for my team. T57 or a Kronwagen? I'll pick the T57. But you don't have to put, there's no caps when you use commands, and there's no space in between exclamation point and the command itself. Just a little bit there. But hopefully my team wins, but it's not looking good. Thanks again for the challenge there, Merlot. Just inched you out a little bit there. As far as the sponsor board here, I have it somewhat updated to where, you know, he almost got the T there. For anyone that doesn't know what the board is there, I still have to add in a bunch of names as far as new subscribers and people who have supported the stream. But basically all the names on the left, people who've tipped, and also subscribed to the stream before. And then the left little spots are people who have won challenges, more or less. Thanks again, though, for the challenge there, Milo. You little dog, are you trying to beg another little biscuit out of me? I can't say no to him. Here you go. Here you go. Alright, so Borsig here. Then I'm gonna pop into the T57 Heavy. And then I'll get back into a frontline battle. Which, feel free to keep requesting tanks, guys. You know, I might go a little bit past my end time at 10 here. Which, hello, Mojo. Nice to see you. But more or less, just, you know, whether it's a tier 8 request for frontline or any other tiers you can request, you know, I'm just popping into one frontline battle and then a couple other, you know, battles in between. That way I can hit different tiers. Alright. Are you going to turn? Nope. Thanks a lot. I was thinking I was going to head there, but once those two guys went there, nope. But I was a little bit too close to the Ag Tiger to make sense, or, you know, to push out there. This is not going to be a good tank to fight up here, but honestly, you'll rarely see me go south, because usually you're just sitting there not accomplishing too much, which already, you know, we have two mediums. They should be able to take the M41 out, and then from there we have 4 other tanks that can support, so I hope that they can, you know, use that and win. You know, I shouldn't be needed down there, and I'll just try to do something up in this area. This T49 scares me a little bit, to be honest. Okay, this T-54 shouldn't have seen me. Fortunately, this thing's so low to the ground sometimes that just that little bit of an incline can screw you up. It's gonna set up. I hope I don't get hit by like the Conway with the high alpha gun or something else. Definitely not playing this safe. Okay. P-49 is probably licking its chops now. They actually have I would say a slight advantage on us. Just because, at least up in the northwest here, just because they have pushed out around their corner and we haven't. But at least we have a T-95 now. Ooh, yeah, he's gonna move. I don't want to get in his way, but I was hoping to maybe pop the tortoise. Of course, Artie's aiming here. Alright, so I'm just gonna try something different. But Tortoise is gonna try to come around this corner, so I guess I'll try to take a shot at him. Didn't track him, unfortunately. He's probably gonna go after our T-95 if I had to guess. I hit him on the frickin' cupola. Ever since they buffed that, you gotta hit it like in the center, or else you're kind of screwed. I wish I had held off there. I could have gotten that Conway. But Conway was a little bit cocky there. His Tortoise is gunning for this T-95. Crap. It's not a good shot, but I've got APCR since it's a pretty important target to get out. Lorraine 40T is definitely not the easiest tank to play, but you know, once you kind of get the hang of the reload, you know, kind of pushing in and out of the main fight, that's when you know, it becomes a pretty deadly tier 8. I don't think the Indian Panzer is gonna pop up, but yeah, he's not. Oh god. Really lucky he did not turn my way. The tank request list queue IP, I update it in between battles. So I've got a list that's all on my screen here. I can see everywhere, you know, I see yours up there, the T69. It's basically, they pop up on the stream when I just add them in. I probably could make it automatic if I put enough work into setting up like a code and stuff, but that could potentially lead to some issues, so I just do it manually. I'm just gonna keep with it. 2600 damage though, not too bad considering I played this in a spot that you typically wouldn't see at RHM with the 12.8 centimeter. Some people, you can use the higher alpha gun and, you know, in a pinch you can just try to trade shots. Well, hopefully not get hit and trade, but you know, that gun works a little bit better for where I played. But I find the 12.8 to be a little bit more reliable. Alright, now I'm going to take about 3 minutes to climb up this hill here, so I'll add the tanks into the queue now. Whoops. Alright, got a few up there. So I'll do the T-57 heavy, then I'm gonna pop back into a frontline battle. Or I'll do the T-57 and the M5A1, then do a frontline. Thank you, Mustard. Yeah, tier 8 tanks, I'm gonna try to mix in like any tier 8 request in frontline. Like if it's like I need to do something like cap or something, I might pick a different tank if there's not one in the queue momentarily, but you know, if it's a tier 8 request, I'm definitely gonna try to. That was kind of on me. I aimed a little bit too much to the left, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna mix them in the front line. But decent fight, all things considering that I went to the wrong area for this. Top 2 damage. Yeah, not too bad. Top 3 experience. I'll take that. Lost some credits though because I shot some APCR. But hey, I got to win. I'm happy. Alright, so T-57. Hop into that guy. See if I get the right tank. We'll see. Remember to add in bits here, Taco. Thanks again for the Daisy. I guess spelled Levi wrong. I just called him Levy or Lebby. Thanks again for the tips and also the new subscription too. Tally. And Taco for the tip. Alright, so T-57 top tier. My team's probably gonna expect me to go south, but I don't know. Well, he did request a T-69. It's up there now. But if anyone, you know, is interested in any of the stream commands, I have a, you know, a list describing what each one of them, you know, does underneath the video. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be better off going, I find, from this side. So if you can push through the south, you're still gonna run into like the bulk of the enemy because they all set up in this little circle most of the time, to where I find going basically here, you have some tanks there, and contest the center is the better thing to do, which I'm gonna try. My team really needs to hit this T-92 if he tries to get up there, but I don't think he's gonna do it. It's just there's a rock there where we can easily hit and kill him, but if we let him get up on top of the hill, we're gonna be kind of screwed. Now I have a pretty big issue. Well, I went up like this, which is really dumb. Yeah, I need to pop down. To where I'm the only one pushing the north. So that's unfortunate. It's just this side, like from the map strategy I did over on my website, this side has an advantage. You know, if you push up the B7, and basically you can either push north or shoot down into the center, to where even though I'm top tier, I can't really justify pushing out there, at least easily. I'm gonna take a longer route and see if I can do that, but at this point I probably would have been better off just sticking with the same old and going south. I didn't expect to be the only one up here. Yeah, I'm still gonna give it a go and see how it works. Just these guys, you know, we're gonna see what happens. I just need to be careful if they get some tanks in the center that can hit me. Oh lord. P92 spotted me. Of all things, he's the one kind of doing me in. Just... Oops, he's pushing up. It really stinks that I'm being... Basically, that light tank is the one that's screwing me over the most here. Because I want to kill him, but... We'll see. Nah. It's just frustrating, because... Yeah. I should have guessed, hey buddy. Yeah, he's itchy back there. Yeah. Come on, guys. I'm just a little angry at myself because I should have just swallowed my pride and went south. Just admitted that I picked the wrong flank to begin with. Yeah. Sorry about the frame rate drops. It's my internet. Sorry about that, guys. Honestly, I was so busy trying to shoot here that yeah, I've been having major internet issues the past 2 weeks or so, and it's been going on for about 2 months, and obviously my connection just dropped out again. But it's not lag on your guys' end. It's basically my connection's just crap. Yeah, I've had people out here twice to fix it, and it just died. So anyway, I need to write down that time. So it's where I'm just in a trial and error mode to where, yeah, there's not too much I can do. Oh, I've kind of been told I shouldn't harp too much on the Comcast and internet issue, but it's hard to do when I can't stream. To where if it keeps up like this, I'm not going to be able to finish the stream. I'm hoping it's momentarily bad here and it's going to get better. But just to explain, I had a really crappy battle. Can't even blame that on the internet. Basically, Comcast, they were out here. The technician replaced like the splitter and the line connections and everything outside my house, to where that's set up better and more efficient. I test it basically directly to the line that enters, my house, to make sure it wasn't anything on my end, so it's nothing on my end. But yeah, basically it's a problem in my neighborhood, to where, yeah, I'm gonna try to reboot real fast and see if that helps. But yeah, more or less, it's just a problem in my area. It looks like they're coming out to fix. Unfortunately, it's satellite internet. I can't stream off of satellite internet. It's not possible unless I stream at like 480p and I spend a crap ton of money. But I'm gonna try to reboot real fast here, guys. The stream's gonna pop down for a minute or two, but I will try to be back as fast as possible. It should just take a couple minutes. Sorry again. Literally nothing I can do here though. But yeah, just give me a second.